sit down, I guess, huh? Okay. Oh, yeah. You know, I haven't done anything to deserve that. I missed it this month. I'm just getting started.
How are you? Good. Oh, John's doing good. He didn't get it better.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't get it worse.
I thought it was fitting, laundry, you know? That's what I thought it was. That's why I said I don't deserve it yet, but by Wednesday I will. Yeah, Steven's probably. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there, I want to get together. Thanks for your support.
Okay. Well, welcome. What a great turnout for a fast-moving opportunity for Pueblo. My name's Jeff Shaw with Petco. In a few minutes, I'm going to turn it over to the parties that you really want to listen to and the reason we came here. But I want to at least give a recognition to our elected officials who are here. Some of you will hear from, and if I have missed somebody, I severely apologize to those. I know Councilman Brown's here, thank you. Councilman Flores is here, thank you for coming. And I'm having trouble seeing the back, so if I miss anybody back there, I apologize. We will hear from a few of them. I want to thank Stephen Trujillo with the Latino Chamber of Commerce to be here. President of City Council, Larry Tencio, thank you. Garrison Ortiz, President of the Pueblo County Commissioners, thank you. Phyllis Zamora, thank you for being here. I'm interim President of the Pueblo Chamber of Commerce. And Ashley Valdez, the Chair of Petco, who will be up here in a minute. And then she'll introduce really kind of the main show and who's going to speak on behalf of what we're doing. But I think it's one thing I just want to point out as you learn a little bit more of what we're doing. One thing that we pride ourselves, and I think Pueblo really does a great job on, is a couple things. We talk a lot about we're proud of the companies we bring in, but we're more proud of the companies that we keep and how we keep them here. Because in economic development, getting a company here or making a company successful, which is kind of our bread and butter, what we do, but keeping them here, that's the best part of economic development. The retention, growing companies, and especially incredible companies like we're talking about today, which is a large number of employees, and very significant pay. It's exciting to see what we can do as a community to keep the companies. I like to say, and I will stand behind it, and I will argue with anybody that says different, that nobody wants a company, nobody wants them more than we do in Pueblo, and nobody will fight harder to keep them here in our location in this great city we live in. I think you'll hear a little bit about that today, and I do want to thank the entire Petco board, as well as the city staff, the mayor's office, the city attorney, city council as we work through it. This was a very, very fast-moving project. And when we're all said and done on how fast we started looking at properties and moving forward and finding a solution to this, it'll be just under 60 days, which is unparalleled in economic development. So this shows you how great the community is and how fast we can move as a community, and when we're all working together. And when it comes to jobs, when it comes to the economic vitality of Pueblo, we do work as a team, and it's very exciting to work with the city and the county and all our partners on how we move forward on projects. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Ashley Valdez, the current chair of Petco, to kind of walk us through it and give us a little excitement of what we're doing here.
I will say there is one good thing about public speaking. It lets you have the opportunity to take off the mask, which I don't love. So thank you so much, Jeff, for your remarks. Again, thank you to all our elected officials being here and to all of you. It is great to see so many faces as we celebrate this wonderful occasion. It is my distinct honor and pleasure to again welcome TTCI to Pueblo, to stay here and reinvest here in Pueblo, and we are so excited about this opportunity. Jeff, it just seems like maybe 2 or 3 weeks we talked about it, and it was so quick moving. And I think that's the one thing that I really pride about Pueblo is our ability to come together creatively to find those solutions. My personal motto is there are no problems, there's just opportunities for creative solutions. And I think I have that because I live right here in Pueblo where we do it every day. This is a great opportunity for us. We are so thrilled to have you with us. And I don't want to steal any thunder here. I know you all are not looking to listen to me too much about this. And so at this time, I would like to introduce Lisa Stabler, and she's going to come up and talk to us. If I could have Lisa come up and we can introduce real quickly just some of the highlights of the project and what this prospect brings to Pueblo. This is my first time doing this as Pueblo Chair for PEDCO, and so I wasn't sure if you would like to announce or if you'd like me to do that.
Why don't you go ahead? You've been instrumental in this, and we'd like to let you do that.
All right. Drum roll, please. TTCI would move its headquarters to 2 facilities in the Pueblo Memorial Industrial Park, and that is at 350 and 442 Keebler Parkway. They will maintain 195 full-time employees at an average pre-benefit wage of $77.33, or excuse me, $73,333 per year, and then up to $4,293 in a rent. Oh, $4 million. Well, I'll put my glasses on. Hold on. This is a lot that we're doing on the rent abatement, and this is a great way to go about doing that and get them in a building quickly. $4,293,180 in rent abatement from the City of Pueblo, half-cent sales fund for economic development, and this, of course, is contingent upon approval from City Council. So we thank you so much. We are so excited for you to be here. We look forward for you to tell us all about what you have planned for the Pueblo community coming forward. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Ashley, for that opportunity. And I'd like to thank everyone here for being here today. Today is the start of a bright future for TTCI. Today we are laying a new foundation, and that foundation, I am very happy to say, is going to be right here in Pueblo. We are known around the world as the leader in research, testing, training, and technical services for the rail industry. Our employees, we have over 300 employees that are mostly here in Pueblo, but also across the country. And they come and they represent 16 different countries. We have customers from around the globe, and they know TTCI is being home in Pueblo, and I'm glad to say that that's going to continue in the future. We're a wholly owned subsidiary of the Association of American Railroads, and our purpose, our real only purpose, is to improve the safety, the reliability, and efficiency of the rail industry. And I'm happy to say that our new headquarters, the engineering offices, and the laboratory space that we have on Keebler Parkway is going to allow TTCI to maintain that leadership role for years to come. Railroads and rail suppliers from around the globe come to us for help because our team is the best. And I'm proud to lead this team. I'm excited to see how we chart our next chapter, and I'm excited that it's right here in Pueblo. So I'd like to express my appreciation to Mayor Gradisar, the Pueblo City Council, and the Pueblo County Commissioners, and especially to Jeff Shaw and the team at Petco, who from day one, which really wasn't all that long ago, have been committed to helping TTCI find our home here in Pueblo. The case that Petco made was so overwhelming and so wonderful for us that it would make no business sense to go anywhere else. And I sincerely want to thank Petco for all of the help that you had. Without you, this may not have been possible, and we are very happy that we're able to stay here. This new partnership represents our commitment to serving our rail customers, maintaining our employees' quality of life, and contributing to this community for long in the future. We appreciate the partnership with Petco and look forward to working with Jeff and his team to advance this project. For many of our employees, Pueblo has been the only home that they've ever known. TTCI and the Association of American Railroads have been here for over 40 years. And I'm very happy to say that 40 years is just the beginning. Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to invite President of City Council, Mr. Larry Atencio, to come up and give his remarks. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashley. You know, it's easy for city leaders, people in the community, we all know what we love about Pueblo and why we want to be here. But when an organization like the Association of American Railroads, TTCI, an organization, a company like that, says, we want to be in your community, we want to be part of your community, we are part of the community, we've been here a long time, we want to stay. That really says a lot for the community. So give yourselves a nice big round of applause, not to mention that a nice big round of applause for TTCI for the decision that they've made to stay here in Pueblo. All the economic benefits, we know them, and people have said it's nice to have those jobs, but it's just something just a little bit better when a national organization says your city is the city that we want to be in, and your city is the one that we value, and we like your values and your the progressiveness of your city that wants us to be here and to spend the money to move and to do what they want to do in the city. It's not taken lightly that your investment in Pueblo is not a small one, but a nice large one, and we really appreciate that. So on behalf of City Council, on behalf of the mayor, and on behalf of my constituents, the people of Pueblo, I want to thank you very much for staying in Pueblo, and that you'll stay here for, what, another 40 years? Thank you very much.
This time I'd like to invite Commissioner Ortiz to come up and give us his remarks.
Thank you everyone for taking time to be here this afternoon. I just want to say how excited I am to actually see some folks in person, and not just anyone in person, but really the leadership in our community that helped make this happen. I can't tell you how proud I am to sit here and listen to some of the comments made by you, Lisa, on behalf of why you chose our community. I hear so many times, what does Petco do? What do the chambers do? What does city and county government do? This is what happens when they all come together. This is absolutely incredible. When you talk about the number of jobs, the rate of pay for those jobs, the benefits, the retirement, and the overall economic impact that you have in our community, it's absolutely tremendous. And I think that you've seen throughout the past year that Pueblo is on the move. We are doing everything that we can to position ourselves to be an economic engine here in the next decade. And you're such a huge part of that. So On behalf of the community, on behalf of the Board of County Commissioners, I just want to sincerely thank you for choosing to remain in Pueblo, to continue to invest here. As was mentioned, you're the very best at what you do, and we want the very best here. And we want to send a message to the rest of the country that we want to really cultivate that, and that Pueblo is open for business. Thank you so much for choosing Pueblo, and thank you to everyone for all of your support and being here. And then a special thanks to Petco for doing this. I really have to hammer that home. Not every community has a half-cent sales tax fund. Not every community has Petco. Without that funding, without that agility and that leadership at Petco with Jeff and Joe and the entire team and you at the helm there, Ashley, none of this would be possible. So wonderful work to all, and thank you for choosing Pueblo County.
Thank you, Commissioner. Our next guest that will be speaking is Stephen Trujillo, our Executive Director of the Latino Chamber here in Pueblo. Stephen?
Thank you so much, Ashley. Good afternoon, everybody. I want to start by just echoing the thanks. Over the last year, anytime I get a message or a call or a text from Jeff, I know it's something good. We've got an announcement, and that's all he has to say, and we're there. But certainly I want to start by just echoing the recognition and thanks to Jeff and his team for the amazing dedication and work to work with the innovative companies like TTCI and so many others, especially through the pandemic, to not let something like that stand in the way of innovation, of growth and opportunity, not only for a company, but for a community as well. And as we come together today to celebrate this expansion of TTCI, this is an example of how that dedication and innovation can make our community move, and how we set the tone together for communities around us and communities across the country on what economic development looks like. And as we sit here in this beautiful facility where we call the home of heroes here in our community of Pueblo, we are now able to add to that by saying not only home of heroes, but home of TTCI and their dedication, their innovation, and commitment to safety and excellence right here out of Pueblo, Colorado. So to the team, congratulations. Thank you so much for allowing us to be a part of the day, and know that we are here to help you for the next 40 plus years to see that success through. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Stephen. And finally, it is my pleasure to introduce Ms. Phyllis Zamora with the Greater Pueblo Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you, Ashley. You know, today is a really great day, but there's a lot of people that don't even know about TTCI. You know, it's way out there, and a lot of people don't know where it's at or what it does. And not to age me, but age my sister. She was probably one of the first employees to ever be hired out there when it first came to Pueblo, and she worked out there until she retired, I think 25 or so many years later. Absolutely loved it, and I loved hearing about all the things that they did that a lot of people didn't know how great this company was, and all the visitors that they brought from all these other countries. The Greater Pueblo Chamber of Commerce was honored to be able to, you know, talk to them and show them around Pueblo. Many hotel rooms were being used back then too. But I thank you so much for being great community supporters all these years. I echo 2-1. I can't wait till the next 40 years. Again, aging my sister, not me. But the Greater Pueblo Chamber is happy that you are here. Petco, thank you so much. And Jeff, thanks for running that race and doing it so quickly too, because we heard it was great. But what an accomplishment. Thank you so much for everything you do. Welcome TTCI to come a little bit closer into Pueblo.
Thank you, Phyllis. I would imagine that the employees that are now going to be moving closer into town, as Phyllis mentioned, they're probably going to really welcome that change just a little bit, I would think. A little bit of that commute. So, you know, we are way ahead of schedule. And before we get to our grand finale, I'm going to read these numbers over again, okay? It's going to happen again, and I promise I'll get them right this time. So, the average wage pre-benefit is just over $73,000, 195 full-time employees. These are great jobs. These are the jobs that Pueblo talks about, and we look for ways with our education partners here in Pueblo to boost the value and put out the workforce that folks are looking for. So that is a really exciting component, just to have this quality and caliber of workforce here in Pueblo. Thank you so much for that, Tracy. We appreciate it. And again, on the rent abatement, just over $4 million to do that in the city of Pueblo. We could not be more proud. Now, as with tradition with PEDCO, we'd like to ask Lisa to come back up, and Carrie too. We have always done this presentation, very proud of this tradition for PEDCO, and so we have for you today, I'll let you all open it up before I spoil it. There, you get your own. I bet Big R could make one. This is our traditional Stetson hat that we do bring in our prospects, and once they're here in Pueblo, we're happy to have them wear that with pride for Pueblo and PEDCO. So thank you. That's yours to keep. That concludes our remarks today. Let's again give a big round of applause for our friends that are staying. We couldn't be more pleased. TTCI, thank you for staying here in Pueblo with us. We're looking forward to 40 plus more years of working with you.
Good to see you. Always, yeah.